Hello everyone, and welcome to video number 2 of this 3-part tutorial on Ruby's Pineapple Medley. To begin row 11, slip stitch into your chain 2 space and do a beginning shell. Here I have done my beginning shell, which is the chain 3, double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Next, chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this next shell space, where the chain 2 is, we're going to place 2 double crochet, 1, 2, then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 more double crochet into the same space. So we're opening up a space so that the pineapple can go into there. Next, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Place a regular shell into the next space. So just 2 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet into the same space to complete the shell. Now we're going to be alternating all the way around. So we're going to do a shell, chain 4, then a large shell is what I'm calling this, and it's a chain 5 in between our 2 double crochet. Then chain 4 and a regular shell. So all the way around, and when we complete this round 11, I will get back with you and show you how it's looking. Now after row 11, my work is getting so big that it's kind of hard to show it on camera, but you can see that the large chain 5 loops are every other shell. To start round 12, start with a beginning shell in your chain 2 space. After your beginning shell is complete, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and into your next chain 5 space, we're going to place 9 treble. To treble stitch, you're going to yarn over twice, insert your hook into the chain 5 space, grab your yarn and pull up a loop. We have 4 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the second 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through the last 2 loops to complete a treble. We're going to place 9 of these in this chain 5 space. So here's the second one. I have yarned over twice, insert your hook, grab your yarn and pull up a loop. There's 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the second 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. Place a total of 9 treble into that chain 5 space, and then we can meet back up for the next step. Next, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and shell in your next shell. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to be repeating these all the way around. So in every shell you're going to place a shell, chain 3, then 9 double crochet in every chain 5, chain 3, and shell in next shell. Here is my work again at the end of row 12. For row 13, begin with a beginning shell, chain 2, 1, 2, and then over here where we did all of these trebles, we're going to start with a treble, chain 1, treble, chain 1 all the way across here. So of course, place your first treble in the first treble, chain 1, and then treble again. Repeat this until you have 9 treble, all separated by a chain 1. Then chain 3, and shell in next shell. So you're going to just repeat this all the way around. So every shell gets a shell, chain 3, then 9 treble separated by a chain 1, chain 3, and shell. At the end of this round, I will meet back up with you to show you how it looks. Here is my work after row 13. Round 14, start with a beginning shell, then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Single crochet in your first chain 1 space. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then single crochet in the next chain 1 space. And we're going to repeat this. Chain 3, single crochet in the chain 1 space. Continue in this fashion until you have 7 of these chain 3 loops. Once you have those 7 loops, you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and shell into the shell. So again, we have shell in every shell, and then chain 3, single crochet, and then do chain 3, single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, chain 3, and shell again. Repeat this all the way around, and when we get to the end, I will show you how my work looks. Here is my work at the end of row 14. To start row 15, begin with a beginning shell. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. From here, we're going to be single crocheting into this first chain 3 loop, chaining 3, and single crocheting into the next chain 3 loop. You're going to continue that all the way across here, and you will have 6 chain 3 loops. There are my 6 chain 3 loops at the top of the fan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And of course we have a chain 3 on either end here. So 1, 2, 3. And then shell in each of your shells. At the end of this round, I will show you how my work looks. Here is what my work looks like at the end of row 15. Now to begin row 16 is a little bit different because right here in these shells, we're going to be increasing. So we're going to be opening up these shells so that another pineapple can go right in here. So these are going to be closing up, and these shell here are going to be opening up for another pineapple. So I have slip stitched, and we can chain 2 to do a beginning shell increase. So I am double crocheting, chain 2, 2 double crochet into the same space, chain 2, 1, 2, and then 2 more double crochet into the same space. So 1, 2. So that's what that looks like. Now we can chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip over this chain 3 here, and single crochet into this chain 3 loop right here. Then chain 3 and single crochet into the next chain 3 space until we have 5 of these small loops across here, across the fan. Here I have those 5 loops completed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip this chain 3 here, and then we're going to do a shell increase right here. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet into the same space. Two double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. And then you can chain 3 and move on to your next fan. So that will be chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, chain 3, and then do the increased shell again. Repeat all the way around, and I will meet back up with you for the next round. This is my work after row 16. To begin row 17, slip stitch into your first chain 2 space and do a beginning shell. Chain 2, 1, 2, and shell in your next chain 2 space. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then skip your chain 3 here and single crochet into your small chain 3 loop here. One of those 5. Now chain 3 and single crochet all the way across your pineapple. And you should have 4 of these small loops. Once you've done those 4 small loops across the top of your pineapple, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip the chain 3 on this side, and then shell, chain 2, shell. And then we're going to repeat this all the way around. So of course over here, your next move is going to be chain 3 and skip the chain 3 on this side, then single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, chain 3, and then shell in your chain 2 space, chain 2, shell in the next chain 2 space. Repeat all the way around, and I will meet you again for round 18. Here is my work after row 17. To begin row 18, slip stitch into your first chain 2 space and do a beginning shell. Then you're going to shell into this chain 2 space and also shell into this chain 2 space. So here is my beginning shell. Then I shelled into the center chain 2 space and then shell again into the next shell. There's no chaining in between these shells. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip this chain 3 space, and then you will single crochet into your chain 3, that small loop, chain 3, and single crochet, chain 3 all the way across. You should have 1, 2, 3 chain 3 single crochet across the top of your pineapple. After completing those 3 small loops, you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to do a shell, shell, and shell into these 3 chain 2 spaces. So it's going to mimic just what it looks like over here. So quick recap for row 18. We have our 3 shells, all in those chain 2s. Then you have your chain 3 spacer, 3 chain 3 loops, chain 3 spacer, and 3 more shells. Go ahead and continue this all the way around, and when we get back over here to slip stitch, I will meet back up with you for row 19. Here is my work at the end of row 18. To begin row 19, do a beginning shell in your first chain 2 space. Now here I'm just going to pause and tell you where we are in the pattern. So row 19, we are going to be closing up this pineapple here, and we're going to be beginning another pineapple here. So in order to do that, this center shell is going to open up, and it's going to be just like this shell right here. So it's going to be a chain or 2 double crochet, chain 5, and 2 double crochet. So of course I just completed this beginning shell, then chain 2, 1, 2, then 2 double crochet, 1, 2, now chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more double crochet into the same space. Chain 2, 1, 2, and then shell in next shell, which is right here. After that shell is complete, we're going to move on to the top of our first pineapple here. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip over this chain 3, this spacer. Single crochet in your small loop. Chain 3. Single crochet in your next small loop, chain 3, single crochet in your last small loop, chain 3, and skip over the spacer. So the top of our pineapple now has 2 small loops. And then we are going to move on and repeat what we've done here. So in this next chain 2 space, you're going to shell, chain 2, and then large shell. So 2 double crochet, chain 5, 2 double crochet, chain 2, shell in next shell, and then go ahead and do this pineapple, which is chain 3, 2 small loops, chain 3. So at the end of round 19, I can show you how my work looks. Here's my dolly after row 19. To start row 20, you want to do a beginning shell in your first shell here. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Into this chain 5 space, we're going to be copying what we did right here. So we're going to have 9 treble into this chain 5. So of course again the treble is yarning over twice, inserting your hook, grabbing your hook, yarn and pulling up a loop. We have 4 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the second 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through the last 2 loops. We're going to do that 9 times in the chain 5 space, and then we can meet back up to continue. After that is complete, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, shell in shell, and then chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, and then we can see how that looks. Here's how that looks. We have our 9 treble, chain 3, shell in shell, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3 small loop, single crochet, chain 3. And then we're going to repeat that over here. So we're going to have a shell in shell right here. Then chain 3, 9 treble into our chain 5 loop, chain 3, shell in shell, then again chain 3, chain 3 small loop, chain 3, and repeat all the way around. And at the end of row 20, I will show you how mine looks, and then we can move on to row 21. Here is my work at the end of row 20. Well, that's all for video number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to leave me a comment, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye!